Alright, hey Ash, and this is Hal, and I am practicing my Snagit style, so that's why you're going to get this in a YouTube version. So we go to Brainflips. Brainflips here is a home of the world's smartest flashcards. We press on that, and we wind up at the Brainflips site. And we're going to build a deck. What this is it's a way of building flashcard decks, and the deck we're going to build is related to American history. I'm going to take on part of the American history stuff right now. Yeah, actually, I guess before getting into that, I want to show you. You get to go into the inner confines of my computer. And you get to see one of the things I'm doing here is American History Map. And with that, we have a PDF which has, you can look at it, it's a developmental scale for American history. You helped build this. And contemporary, you can see it organized by periods. We've labeled the periods contemporary or late Cold War, civil rights, early Cold War, World War II, Great Depression, all the way down to pre-Revolutionary War. And then we've also organized, with all those items we took, we went across with widely known, known, somewhat known, rarely known, in terms of the difficulty. And so when we're looking at it, like TARP, David Koresh, Alan Greenspan are rarely known terms, and Barack Obama, Michael Jackson, John McCain are widely known. And what defines that is how well people, how many people were able to answer this from the Mechanical Turk study. 75% or more were able to answer it is widely known. 50% to 75% is known. Somewhat known is 25% to 50%, and then rarely known is less than 25%. So that's where it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to build decks. And I haven't determined exactly how to do the decks. Should I do everything widely known from top to bottom? Or should I break it off into some level of chunks? Because, when we do the rarely known deck, if we just did like this cell, well, then there's only 3 cards to learn in the rarely known deck here, which is, to me, somewhat unsatisfactory. I think what might wind up happening is we'll do a widely known, a known, and then put somewhat known and rarely known into the same deck and combine that. But right now, I'm just going to work on the widely known contemporary. Actually, I don't want to do contemporary. That's boring. Oh, and then, of course, I go down here, and everything is hard to know down here in terms of pre-Revolutionary War. So I've done my own bad news. Okay, so, God, what am I going to actually want to work on first? Let's do civil rights. No, don't want to do civil rights yet. We're going to do this known. The known 50% contemporary period. So we're going to build a deck with all these terms in it. So I'm about to take this out of the screen spot so we can go to the Brainflips talk. So the first deck we're going to build is let's do a Rush Limbaugh card in honor of someone I don't care too much for. Okay, so we are going to, I'm sure you'll hate this site, build a deck. Why will you hate it? Well, this is for circumventing the rich and the powerful. And nobody likes the rich and powerful more than Rush Limbaugh. Okay, so let's read this. There are 2 main sections on the deck. builder, the deck panel and the cards panel. The deck panel allows you to set the basic information of the deck, including the deck's name, description, type, and keywords. The cards panel allows you to add, edit, delete, and stuff like that. So let's go back to Builder. I think this is fairly intuitive. I've done this before. So our new deck name here is going to be American History, Contemporary, Terms, Known, Category. Let's just do Known Category. Alright, this is a deck for learning terms one might encounter in a American history textbook that are only owned by 50 to 75% of the population. Alright, I'm not going to put any keywords in there. You can do a style here for our card. You can add text to question here. You can add title to question. You can add image to question. You can add video file to question. You can add audio file to question. So with Rush Limbaugh, I'm sure that I know you can't add a link into a question, which is a little bit disappointing because we could just link out to images and stuff like that because we could run into rights issues with Rush. But let's go find a picture of Rush. I wonder if I can just add an image. Okay, so I'm going to have to create an image directory here. Do it in Brainflips. And we're going to create a new folder. These are deck images. Let's go find us a JPEG of Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh image public domain. Alright, so here's a Rush Limbaugh public domain biz journals. Save image as. I saved it somewhere. I didn't want to save it. So let's get back into Metametrics, Brainflips, deck images, Rush Limbaugh. And we'll do this American history. Contemporary. Known category. Rush Limbaugh. Alright, that's our wordy title, or worthy title, depending on how we want to describe it. Go to Brainflips, deck images, and now we have loaded up good old Rush. So now we can add text to it. Talk show host. Coined term feminazis. right-wing conservative. What other things can we say about Rush? Big Al Franken called him a big fat idiot. You know where I sit. In a book. He was fired from Fox NFL Sunday for disparaging comments about Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb scored a lot of NFL points for me. That's one of the reasons I can't stand the big fat idiot. Alright. Would I say anything positive about him? Oh, his followers. His listeners are often called ditto heads because they will call in and say mega dittos rush. Arguably the key political spokesman for the right wing for the last 20 years, 25 years. Alright, I added a lot of info there. I don't know what that's going to actually do to my card. Alrighty. Then our answer here is Rush Limbaugh. We could make it multiple choice. We could make it a text box that you had to enter. But for flashcards, we're just going to leave it here as you just get the answer. Alright, so now we're going to add card. We can go to another card, and we got this card sitting back here. With all this info. Alright. If I wanted more text and a smaller rush, I wonder if I could get that. I don't know. That's how we added a card. And now we can go and add a new card to the deck and proceed. The next person on the list would be, we could go with the Tea Party, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, John Boehner, Poker, the Poker Boom, Tiger Woods. That might be fun. Operation Desert Storm, Nicole Simpson murder, Skinheads, Magic Johnson, Clarence Thomas. There are a lot of other important figures, but these are the ones that showed up in the textbook study that we did. So, the dot-com bubble. Let's do the dot-com bubble. Alright, so let's go to this. Who is this? That is our flashcard question there. Alright. So then let's go here and do title here. What's our question is what Name this economic event. Alright, so rampant increase in technology stocks was in the late 90s. First, internet related. What other things can we say about the dot-com bubble? Amazon, eBay, and other major players survived. Probably a whole lot more that could be said about the dot-com bubble, but if you know what the dot-com bubble is, these are some good identifiers. And so now we have a flashcard for learning the answer of dot-com bubble. So if somebody is wanting to generally increase their overall awareness of the world and America and being able to talk on the job, talk about the dot-com bubble, this card will help them do that. So that is basically how we make a deck, and I am going to stop talking and I'm going to load this up for you. But we're looking to create a bunch of cards for this. I think things that can get an image in there, we want an image in because images look cooler. The Rush Limbaugh card looks better to me than, if we go back to it, Rush Limbaugh card looks better to me than that card. So we could maybe think about how to design it and make it better, or maybe find an image for .com, maybe just put a computer up there, or some kind of public domain internet image, some kind of something that gives a little bit more spice. But I'm going to quit talking and make this and put it up on YouTube.